Have you ever wondered what humanity's first contact with aliens would really be like? We dream of grand starships and enlightened beings, but the truth might be far more tragic and far more ordinary. It all started with a memo, a simple message sent back to the Galactic Exploration Organization, the kind of dry, bureaucratic document you'd usually ignore. But this memo told the story of humanity's first and most fatal mistake among the stars. The date was November 24th, 2533. For centuries, this was the moment humanity had been waiting for. Our first official meeting with an extraterrestrial species, the Ebionites. We expected a handshake, a new era of interstellar cooperation. Instead, the meeting ended with a death, and the first lesson we learned in the cosmos was etched into our history with 3 chilling words. Do not pet. Our ambassadors, Aya Hassan and Tyson Faber, were the best we had. They stepped off their ship filled with hope, their minds buzzing with protocols and rehearsed speeches. They had a manual for every conceivable scenario, except for the one that actually happened. They were prepared for towering figures, for beings of pure light, for anything a science fiction writer could dream up. What they weren't prepared for was what greeted them. Instead of alien giants, they were met by 2 small, unassuming creatures covered in soft, downy fur. They had large, expressive ears and twitching noses. To human eyes, they looked exactly like fennec fox kits, utterly, irresistibly adorable. Ambassador Hassan saw them and made an assumption, a deadly one. She thought they were cute stowaways, maybe pets that had snuck aboard the Ebionite ship. A harmless mistake, right? Without thinking, guided by an instinct as old as humanity itself, she reached out. Her hand gently brushed against the soft fur of one of the creatures. That's when it recoiled. A shiver ran through its tiny body. You see, that wasn't a stowaway, and it certainly wasn't a pet. It was Naltex Bid Haley, an official Ebionite ambassador. The air grew thick with tension. Can you imagine the sheer, mortifying awkwardness? The human ambassadors, realizing their monumental blunder, immediately launched into a series of frantic, profuse apologies. Reports from the incident detail their stammering explanations and deep regret. The Ebionite delegation, for their part, were mostly just confused. They had no concept of human domestication culture, no idea why one of their diplomats had just been patted like a common animal. Surprisingly, though, they showed incredible grace. They accepted the apology, and after that deeply uncomfortable start, the meeting actually proceeded. Diplomatic packages were exchanged. Promises of future collaboration were made. There were even a few moments of shared laughter. When our ambassadors, Aya and Tyson, finally reboarded their ship, they were shaken but cautiously optimistic. It seemed like they had dodged a bullet. Relations looked hopeful. But the real damage had already been done, silently and invisibly. A few hours after the meeting concluded, Ambassador Naltex Bid Haley collapsed. His small body went into shock, his biological systems completely overwhelmed. It wasn't until the Ebionite medical reports came back that we understood the horrifying truth. You see, human skin is a marvel of evolution. It produces natural oils and microscopic acids that form a protective barrier against our environment. It's what keeps us safe. But to the delicate, unique physiology of an Ebionite, those same oils and acids were a weapon. Ambassador Hassan's gentle, accidental touch had triggered a catastrophic chemical reaction on Ambassador Bid Haley's skin and fur. It was like a chemical burn, but one that spread with terrifying speed, attacking his system from the outside in. The pain must have been excruciating. Our simple biology, our very touch, was a potent, deadly poison to them. It was a biological incompatibility we could never have predicted. The first handshake between worlds wasn't a greeting. It was an assassination. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. The Ebionites, a species that had shown us grace and understanding, were now faced with the inexplicable death of their ambassador. To them, it looked like a calculated, barbaric attack. An act of war disguised as a diplomatic greeting. All our apologies, all our explanations about cuteness and pets suddenly sounded like flimsy, insulting excuses for murder. Trust was shattered. The bridge we had just begun to build between our species crumbled into dust. The Ebionites severed all contact. Their ships vanished from our scanners, and the sector of space they inhabited went dark. Humanity was officially blacklisted by the first intelligent species we'd ever met. We weren't just newcomers to the galactic stage, we were pariahs, killers. The story of Naltek's Bid Haley became a cautionary tale, spreading through the fledgling galactic community. It was a warning to other species about the clumsy, dangerous, and biologically toxic apes from the third planet of a minor yellow star. The memo, that sterile official document, concluded with a new, permanent addition to humanity's first contact protocol. A rule born from tragedy and shame. It's a rule that every human explorer now learns before they ever set foot on an alien world. It's a reminder of our greatest failure, of the life we unintentionally took, and the friendship we irrevocably destroyed. 4 simple words that now define our interactions with the universe. Check for biological compatibility. But for those who remember the original tragedy, the lesson is much simpler, much more haunting. It's the lesson Ambassador Hassan learned too late. Do not pet the aliens. This story serves as a powerful reminder that in the vastness of space, our best intentions can have the worst consequences. The universe is not built to our scale or our biology. Thank you so much for watching and exploring this story with me. If you enjoy diving into these kinds of thought-provoking narratives, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us continue to bring these stories to you. We'll see you in the next one. The pain hit him instantly. A catastrophic wave that sent his alien body into complete circulatory shock. And then there was only silence. An ambassador, our first impression, the bridge between two worlds, was gone. He wasn't killed by violence or hostility. His death was a tragic misunderstanding, an accident born from an act of kindness, a simple pat on the back, a misplaced stroke of affection. By some miracle, or perhaps a testament to their profound wisdom, the Ebionite leadership did not declare war. Their prime minister addressed our council, his voice heavy but filled with a remarkable restraint. "There is always risk in first contact," he said. "Naltex died serving his people, and he died with honor. It could have been a galactic catastrophe, the start of an interstellar war that would have doomed us all. Instead, we were publicly forgiven. But that forgiveness came with a stark warning. Never again. Any further physical contact between our two species would be strictly forbidden. Imagine that. Humanity's first great interstellar relationship, hanging by the thinnest thread of alien grace. In response, the Galactic Exploration Organization, the GEO, issued a galaxy-wide warning. It was sent to every captain across the Milky Way, to every pioneer venturing into the far-flung star clusters. The message was clear and absolute. No matter how small they seem, no matter how soft they look, no matter how impossibly cute they are, do not pet. The official memorandum closed with a sense of bittersweet resolve. Research would begin immediately, a race to develop a substance that could immunize the Ebionites from this fatal reaction. The hope was that someday, perhaps in a distant future, we could finally shake hands, or even embrace. Maybe we could even look back and laugh at the sheer absurdity of this tragic moment. But for now, humanity was in mourning. We had lost a potential ally before a true friendship could even begin to bloom. And so, the first great lesson of our new interstellar age was written, not in the blood of battle, but in the ink of an accident. It taught us that the galaxy is far more vast and complex than we could have ever imagined. Its species are unknowable, their biology utterly unpredictable. And for all our eagerness to connect, for all our good intentions, we carried the most dangerous instinct of all, the simple, primal need to reach out and touch. It's a chilling thought. In the vast, silent expanse of space, the smallest misstep can irrevocably alter the course of history. Sometimes the deadliest thing you can give an alien is a hug. From that day forward, the GEO mandated the cardinal rule of first contact, a law etched into the heart of every explorer. Do not pet. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance we must maintain as we step out into the cosmos. It's not just about technology or navigation. It's about understanding, respect, and the humility to accept that we don't know everything. The universe is filled with wonders, but also with unseen dangers, and the line between a friendly gesture and a fatal error can be terrifyingly thin. It's a lesson we learned the hard way, a lesson paid for with a life, but one that has since saved countless others. Every new encounter is a test. Can we restrain our most basic human impulses for the sake of peaceful coexistence? Can we learn to communicate and connect across unfathomable biological divides without relying on the familiar comfort of touch? The story of Naltex and the Ebionites is now a mandatory part of every cadet's training at the GEO Academy. It's a ghost story, a cautionary tale, and a foundational principle all rolled into one. They study the biological reports, the diplomatic transcripts, the silent, heartbreaking footage of that first and last embrace. They learn that curiosity must be tempered with caution, and empathy must be expressed with wisdom. The scientists are still working on that immunization. Progress is slow, the Ebionite physiology being as complex as it is beautiful. But the project continues, funded and prioritized, a symbol of our enduring hope. It's our promise to the memory of Naltex, a promise that one day we will get it right, that we will be able to meet our neighbors among the stars not as a potential threat, but as true friends. Until that day comes, the rule stands. A simple, stark command that echoes in the mind of every human who travels the star lanes. So, when you look up at the night sky, at the countless stars twinkling back at you, remember this story. Remember the cost of a single, well-meaning mistake. The galaxy is waiting, full of potential friends and allies. But our first step in meeting them isn't to reach out our hand, but to open our minds, and to always remember the most important rule of exploration. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating and thought-provoking as I did, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the known and unknown. Your support helps us continue to bring these stories to light. Stay curious, stay safe, and see you next time.